This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hi and welcome. You're watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning, featuring some of our best and brightest students here at United ISD. And today we have students from Borchers Elementary and from Llano Elementary. And before we meet our students, I'd like to take some time to introduce our guest host today, Ms. Sylvia Bruni, Executive Director at the Children's Advocacy Center. Sylvia, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I love coming. I really do.
Very good, ma'am. And if you could just kind of briefly explain to our students and the audience, just what is it that you do at the Children's Advocacy Center?
Well, our Children's Advocacy Center is here in Laredo, and our mission is to take care of children who have been hurt, particularly abused. I don't know if you know this, but I would hope that by now some of you might even have gone through Rad Kids. Did any of you by any chance already go through Rad Kids? That's wonderful. So you know that there are children out there, that there are some people out there that are not good people, and they hurt children. And Rad Kids helps you. If it ever were to happen to you, it helps you and tells you how to respond and how to get away. We serve the children who have been hurt. That's our mission. That's the work that our Children's Advocacy Center does.
Thank you, Sylvia. And let's turn our attention now to our students. Representing Borchers Elementary, we have Jesus and Jorge. And Jesus, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
I'm Jesus Cruz. I'm in 5th grade. And most of the time out of school, I like to play games at my house.
Very good. And Jorge, what about you?
I'm in 5th grade. I'm at Borchers Elementary. And when I'm not learning, I read most of the time.
All right. What kind of books do you like to read, Jorge?
Origami Yoda.
Okay, very good. And representing Llano Elementary, we have Ariana and Isha. And Ariana, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm in 5th grade, and I like to read and write, and I'm in NEHS and Tomorrow's Teachers.
All right, excellent. And Isha, what about you?
My name's Isha Inani, and when I'm not in school, I like to read.
And what kind of books do you like to read, Isha?
Michael Bay.
Okay, very good. Well, before we begin, let me go ahead and just explain the rules very briefly. Each team is going to take turns spinning that wheel that you see behind you, and the wheel has questions in science, math, language arts, and social studies. And of course, those questions are worth 5 points if you can answer them correctly. Of course, you'll have a 1-minute time limit. And of course, the category in red there, that wild turn category, those questions are designed to be a little more challenging, a little bit more difficult. So those questions are actually worth 10 points if you can answer them correctly. Now, to get points, you have to answer each question correctly. Otherwise, the other team will get a chance to answer the question and possibly earn the points. Okay, guys? So we ask that you spin the wheel. The wheel goes around at least once. And of course, we're going to read the question and the 3 or 4 multiple choices that are there. So just let us read through those, and then that's when your time starts, okay? And Borchers, you're going to be going first today. So Jesus or Jorge, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? That's a good spin, and this time we're going to land in the language arts subject area. So that'll be that box up there. And as Ms. Bruni reads the question to you guys, I'm going to go ahead and hand each team a copy of the question and the choices that you have. It's yours.
The subject is language arts, and the question is an blank names a specific person, place, thing, or idea.
B, a common noun.
I'm sorry, that's
not correct.
That's not correct.
Proper noun.
But Llano, go ahead. Do you have an answer for us?
C.
What was that?
C.
C, proper noun, and that's correct.
All right. Very good, guys. We do ask our students just to wait for us to read the choices that are given to you, but nonetheless, Llano, you answered correctly and you earned the points. And of course, it's your turn at the wheel, so Isha or Ariana, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? There we go. And this time we land on the social studies subject area. And again, we ask our students to allow Ms. Bruni here to read the question and the choices, please. That's yours, and that's your copy.
And the subject is social studies, and the question: this type of map shows a big area of Earth, such as a state or a country. And the choices are large-scale map, small-scale map, outline map, wall map. And the answer is?
And our students have up to a minute to answer the question. So, as they figure it out, I think the question just bears repeating. This type of
map shows a big area of Earth, such as a state or a country. And the answer is?
B.
B, and you are correct.
All right. Very good, Llano Elementary. You earned the 5 points. Borchers, it's your turn at the wheel, so Jesus or Jorge, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And this time the spin is going to land in the wild turn subject, wild turn category.
Wild turn. Oh, all right.
Yeah. So
wild turn.
Our students get a wild turn question. And just to see, this one comes from the math subject area.
Yes. This is math. And the question: Alicia bought 15 dozen pencils. She distributed equally these pencils to each of 6 teachers. How many pencils did each teacher receive?
The choices are?
And the choices are A, 150, B, 21, C, 30, D, 20.
And this is a wild turn question for our students from Borchers. It comes from the math subject area. And
the question again: Alicia bought 15 dozen pencils. She distributed them equally to each of 6 teachers. How many pencils did each teacher receive?
So do you guys have an answer for us? As they figure out the question, of course, our timekeeper is keeping time, and of course we'll be notified when their time is up. And when their time is up, they'll have to give us an answer. Are you guys ready?
Yes, I got C, 30.
And you got it.
All right.
You got it, 10 points.
All right, good job, Borchers Elementary. You earned the 10 points. Llano Elementary, it's your turn at the wheel once again. So, Ariana or Isha, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And this time, Ariana's spin will wind up in the social studies subject area.
And the question:
Your copy and your copy.
These scientists study the artifacts of people who lived long ago and then draw conclusions from them. And the answers are A, archaeologists, B, anthropologists, C, engineers, D, researchers. And the answer is?
A.
A, and you are correct.
All right.
Archaeologists.
So, good job, Llano Elementary. You earned the points. Borchers, it's your turn once again. So spin that wheel for us, please. All right. And this time we come to rest in the social studies subject area once again.
And the question: what was built to commemorate Texas's independence from Mexico? The answers: A, the San Jacinto Monument, B, Washington on the Brazos, C, Point Isabel Lighthouse, D, McDonald Observatory. And the answer would be?
A.
A, and you are correct. The San Jacinto Monument.
So very good, Borchers. You're on the board, and Llano Elementary, your turn once again. So Isha or Ariana, will you spin that wheel for us, please? And this time we have a math question.
Math.
This is for our students from the Llano Elementary. And it's worth 5 points if they can answer correctly. There you go.
All right, here's a question. Sarah bought an amusement park ticket for $34.95, a lunch pass for $8.50, and a stuffed animal for $11.45. How much money did Sarah spend on these 3 items? And the answers could be A, $53.80, B, $54.80, C, $55.90, or D, $54.90. And the answer?
$54.90.
D, $54.90, and you are correct.
Oh, good job, Llano Elementary. You get the points. And Borchers, it's your turn once again. So go ahead and give us a good spin, please. And this time, Borchers' spin will land in the language arts subject area. It's your copy and your copy.
And the question, there is a sentence. The sentence is, what is the altitude of the mountain? What punctuation mark is missing in that sentence? What is the altitude of the mountain? And the answers could be A, a period, B, a question mark, C, a comma, or D, an exclamation point. And the answer would be?
B, a question mark.
You got it, a question mark.
Good job, Borchers Elementary. Time for a quick break, so let's go ahead and take one, and we'll be right back after these messages.
United ISD urges parents who have children with severe allergies to please inform district nursing staff about your child's condition. Allergic reactions can be life-threatening.
We have procedures in place to help students at risk for severe allergic reactions or anaphylaxis. Notifying staff about student allergies makes it easier for them to respond quickly to an emergency.
Please report severe allergies and help ensure UISD students remain safe and healthy.
We want to encourage all 18-year-olds to please pre-register and vote on November 3rd.
Any U.S. citizen who is 18 years old by November the 3rd is eligible to vote.
In order to vote in this upcoming election, you must pre-register by Monday, October 5th.
Make your voice heard because every vote counts.
Study the issues.
Be informed.
And vote.
On November 3rd. Our vote, our voice, our future.
United ISD now has a virtual crime watch program that makes it easy to report a crime anonymously.
Just download the free UWatch app from the iTunes Store. This app allows citizens to report a crime or send a tip anonymously.
You can even attach video, photos, audio, or any other information to your tip. Help keep our schools and community safe.
With UWatch, the power to report and prevent a crime can now be found in the palm of your hand.
It's school time, and let's keep Laredo's children safe by following these important safety tips when driving through school zones.
Slow down to 20 miles per hour and be extra careful when driving near schools. State law prohibits the use of cell phones in school zones. If you see a school bus with flashing light, remember to stop until the bus resumes motion. Failure to heed these warnings could result in fines or jail time. By staying alert and observing all traffic laws, we can keep our kids safe.
And welcome back. You've been watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of our best and brightest students here at UISD. And of course, today we have students from Borchers Elementary and from Llano Elementary. And joining me here at the desk is Ms. Sylvia Bruni, Executive Director of the Children's Advocacy Center here in Laredo. And Ms. Bruni, before we resume play, I understand you have a question for our students.
Well, I know that this week, and I think last week also, you've been very involved with Red Ribbon Week, right?
Yes.
And I wanted you to tell me a little bit about what's happened at Borchers and what's happened at Llano in commemoration of Red Ribbon Week. Tell me a little bit about what's going on at Borchers and Llano. What about Borchers, Jorge or Jesus?
What's happening is we try to embrace Red Ribbon Week with neon colors and
Today, yeah, it's neon colors. Is to be too bright for drugs.
Very good. Too bright for drugs. That's super. That's a great theme. So that's what's happening at the Llano,
Yes.
right?
And at Borchers.
The Borchers. That was Borchers. Okay. What about the Llano girls?
They put red ribbons on the doors, and we can wear red shirts on this Monday.
And you know what it's about, right? You know what Red Ribbon Week is about? What are they encouraging you to be very aware of?
Say no to drugs.
Not to use drugs. Very good. Well, I think it's wonderful that the schools are very involved, because that's a really big problem, and we don't want our students to get involved, right? So you're taking real control over that. That's neat. Very good.
All right,
Robert.
Very good. Well, let's resume play. Llano, it's your turn at the wheel. So, Ariana or Isha, will one of you spin for us, please? Just make sure you give us a good spin. And the spin will land in the language arts subject area once again. To your copy.
And here's a question. She kept her collection at Bayou Bend, a mansion she and her brothers built. In 1957, after almost 30 years of collecting, she gave the house and all its contents to the Museum of Fine Arts in Houston.
And please note, students, contents is underlined there. That's where they should be underlined.
So the question is, what does the word contents in that sentence refer to? Could it be A, all the people, B, connections, C, outside, or D, everything inside? And the answer would be?
D.
And you've got it correct. Everything inside.
All right. Good job, Llano Elementary. And Borchers, it's your turn once again. So Jorge or Jesus, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And this time the wheel's going to land in the language arts subject area. So another language arts question for our students. Let's get your copy.
And the question, which words show the author's use of alliteration in this poem? Would it be A, teeth are rotten, B, sweet and sticky, C, hard or soft, or D, stomach is grumbling? And the answer would be?
B.
You've got it.
All right.
Sweet and sticky.
Good job, Borchers Elementary. And Llano, it's your turn once again. So Isha or Ariana, will one of you spin that wheel for us, please? And
language arts. That's a popular one. Okay. Right. Here we go.
All right.
And the question.
Your copy and your copy.
Thank you. Hans Christian Andersen wrote a story about the princes and the what? Would the answer be A, prince, B, doll, C, pea, or D, queen? And the answer would be?
C.
You've got it correct.
All right.
P, the princes and the pea.
Very good, Llano Elementary. And Borchers Elementary, it's your turn once again. So somebody spin that wheel for us, please. And this time, the wheel's going to land in the language arts subject area.
The most popular.
It's popular.
All
okay.
Right.
It's hitting the world right now. I hope we don't run out, of course.
There you go.
And the question, in a popular children's book, who wants to share his green eggs and ham? Would it be A, Sam I Am, or B, Dr. Seuss, or C, The Grinch, or D, the cat in the hat? And the answer would be? Whose is it? Isn't it Borchers?
You.
Yeah, it's Borchers Elementary's turn. So
Sam I Am.
You've got it. A, Sam I Am.
All right. Good job, Borchers. And Llano, it's your turn once again. So, Isha, or there we go.
Wild card. Wild turn.
Language arts.
All right.
That's language arts.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know.
It went back?
But
Language arts?
Language arts one more time.
Okay. We've got to run on language arts.
All right.
It's the fuel.
And that's yours.
Okay. The question. What part is missing in the following sentence? And the sentence is the lanky boy. The lanky boy. What part is missing? Would it be A, the subject, B, the predicate, C, the adverb, or D, the adjective? And the answer would be?
B, the predicate.
You've got it. B, the predicate.
So good job, Llano Elementary. And Borchers, once again, it's your turn. So Jesus or Jorge, will one of you spin that wheel for us? Go ahead. And once again, we land in the language arts subject area.
What is wrong with this one? I'm pretty sure it's like
All right. Your copy and your copy.
Okay. The following sentence is missing. Here's a sentence. The stranded frog replied, "I'm just waiting for the towed truck." And what's missing? A, an apostrophe, B, a comma, C, capital letters, or D, quotation marks. And the answer would be?
Quotation marks.
Yes, quotation marks are missing. Okay.
All right. And Llano Elementary, it's your turn. So Ariana or Isha, will one of you spin that wheel for us? I'd be curious to see where it lands. And this time we're going to wind up wild turn.
Wild card. Wild turn. Okay.
This time our students get a wild turn question. And this comes from the science.
And it comes from science.
Science subject area. So.
All right. Here's the question. Mr. Gutierrez placed a pan of water on the stove. He measured and recorded the temperature of the water at 30 centigrade. About 10 minutes later, the water began to boil. What was the change in the temperature of the water? Would it be A, 40 centigrade, B, 130 centigrade, C, 70 centigrade, or D, 30 centigrade?
And this is a wild turn question for our students from Llano Elementary. It comes from the science subject area. And of course, our students have up to a minute to answer. They can earn 10 points by answering correctly. And as soon as you're ready, girls, just let us know and give us your answer, please.
B.
No,
I'm sorry,
no, that's not correct.
Incorrect. Borchers Elementary, you have a chance to earn 10 points here. Do you have an answer for us?
Yes, I think it's A, 40.
A, no, that's not correct either.
Ms. Bruni, can you give them the correct answer?
The answer actually was C, 70 centigrade, 70 degrees centigrade.
So,
okay.
no points here.
No points for that one.
But good try, everybody. And Borchers, it's your turn once again. So somebody spin that wheel for us. And this spin is going to land in the math subject area. So, and again, this math question is worth 5 points for our students if they can answer correctly. Oh, there you go. And there you go.
And the question, which statement is true for all trapezoids? Would it be A, all sides are equal in length, B, it has one pair of parallel sides, C, it has at least one right angle, or D, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel? And the answer would be?
B.
B, it has one pair of parallel sides, and that was correct.
All right. So good job, Borchers. And Llano Elementary, it's your turn once again. So give us a good spin, Llano, please. And this time we land in the science subject area. And again, this question is worth 5 points to our students if they can answer correctly.
And the question, there are several months of snowfall in the town where Samantha lives. The snowfall is usually followed by several months of warm weather in which flowers bloom. Which cycle of nature causes these changes in her town? Would it be A, the water cycle, B, the lunar cycle, C, the ocean tides, or D, the seasons?
And the science questions for our students from Llano Elementary. And go ahead, students, please.
Letter D.
And you've got it correct.
All right.
That was the seasons.
So you earned the points there. And time now for a quick break, guys. So let's go ahead and take one, and we'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, team!
UISD students, it's time to rally, dig in, score big, and win a new car just by going to school. The Sames Kia in the Classroom program is back. All United ISD high school students are eligible to win a new 2016 Kia Soul. Have perfect attendance during an 89-week period, and your name will be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new car. Spike your chances, attend class, and win a new Kia Soul.
And welcome back. You've been watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning, featuring some of our best and brightest students here at United ISD. Of course, I'd like to thank our students from Borchers Elementary and also our students from Llano Elementary for joining us here today and being such good sports. And of course, I'd like to thank our guest host today, Miss Sylvia Bruni, Executive Director at the Children's Advocacy Center. And Sylvia, what did you think of our show?
Well, I love it. This is not the first time I come, and every time they invite me, I absolutely will make it a point to come. I think it's a wonderful opportunity because it not only does it showcase these youngsters that are doing so well in school. That's really important, that people give you a pat on the back. But the other reason I think this is really a neat program, because it gives you an opportunity to do something that's real world, to be up there in front of a camera. Not very many people can handle that. And for you to be able to do this and to do it so well and have fun while you're doing it, I think that's another really powerful reason why this is a great program.
Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you, students, for joining us too. And with that, let's go ahead and say goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.